Hello everybody, this is HKish, and I am back with a highly anticipated, long-awaited Master Dex update video. The difference between this one and the last one was in September of 2023. Today's date is June 24th, 2024. Last time, I was jumping around between the DS, Game Boy, etc. Well, this time, I have everything in Pokemon Home. So, very seamless. And I'm just gonna kind of get over the easy Pokemon. Like, I have all my Gen 1 Pokemon from the Virtual Console. The only one that I may not be there currently is my Mew. Well, it's there, but I don't have it from the Virtual Console. I'm working on that. When you do it with the fly glitch in either red, blue, yellow, Pokemon Bank won't take it. I know there is a workaround, but it's a little intensive. Just haven't really done the time. So this is one of my Mews that I got from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for one of the events they were handing it out before the Mewtwo Strikes Back raid event. So I got all that. Got all my Gen 1s. And these were all... I never traded them up to like Scarlet and Violet and evolve them there. A lot of this is I evolved it in the game so I would get the Pokédex. So my Pokemon Crystal virtually has an entire Johto Pokédex. Everything... Where'd my Larvitar go? Oh yeah, I moved my Celebi because I needed it for another challenge later on. I'll just leave that there for now. All this here is from my Pokemon Emerald. Some of them, if they have the name Caitlin, that's my fiance. That is from her version of Pokemon Ruby because she had a version that she was playing on forever ago. And I would just transfer those over. But still brand new. The only ones here. So I got all these. I think one of my Latios or Latias is from the Southern Island, which I'll need to redo again. Got all that. This is from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because for whatever reason my my Epilogue operator, when I'm trying to import the events into my Emerald, it wasn't working with Deoxys. Jirachi is from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Don't have a way. I'm not going to spend the money on that bonus disc, so might as well get it from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Going through... I still need to work on getting my Cresselia, Manaphy, and Phione, Darkrai, and what was this last one? I forget. Shaman. All from a Platinum, Diamond, or Pearl. The only way for me to do it now, without the use of an action replay, is to what is it? Go to the void glitch, and again, haven't done that yet. I don't have a phone that can do hotspots, so I also can't even import events in that way. A DNS exploit, so I'm working on that. I realized when I was going through this before this video, my Boldor, I need to evolve one. Didn't realize I never evolved it when I transferred it over. So there's that. Going through. Got all my Keldeo, Meloetta, Genesect, all the DNS exploit, because the DNS exploit is 10 times easier for the Gen 5 games. Same thing with my Victini. Where are you? Oh, here you are. Because you don't need it. You can just, there's custom servers that people have been using. So that's cool. That was very nice. Got my Gen 6. My Diancie, Hoopa, all from Pokemon Go. My Volcanion. There was a GameStop distribution of Volcanion in 2022. That's where that trainer ID is. Let's see what else. Marshadow, same way. An event distribution. Same thing with the Zeraora event distribution. This is for Meltan and Melmetal. I have those moved elsewhere. I need to get another copy so I can have it here. In terms for the living decks, I just need the Cubchoo, I'm pretty sure that's what its name. The other form of Spectrier, the Glacier, and then the 2 new Reggies. The reason I don't have those transferred over yet is because I was going to shiny hunt them. But I may shiny hunt it another time and just get them for my Dex update. My Zarude, I got it from the jungle event. I also have the Zarude with the scarf. Got my, what is it? Legends Arceus forms. My Rocker, I forget his name. He's in Scarlet. I still use him for raiding and whatnot. Got all of the Pokemon here. I just need the new ones that came with the new DLC. Haven't done that yet. Here's on my form decks. Most of these blanks, you'll see like this is gonna be for a Gigantamax Venusaur. This is the male, female. I already have a Gigantamax. Virtual Console Charizard. This one again, I need to get that Gigantamax. There's a couple other forms in here. For my Ash Cat Pikachu, and I got some more other ones because they're from Sword and Shield. Yeah, this one it's the trade you can do, and I'm pretty sure it's Virtual Console, not just Virtual Console, but red, blue, and yellow. I'm gonna get this one Gigantamaxed. Some forms here and there. All the forms unknown. This is all from the Virtual Console as well. Only reason I did these in the Virtual Console is because it was easier for me to transfer them up into bank than it was to get them in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then transfer over that way, because that was just going to take a lot more time. And I don't have a legit copy of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I can still use it, it just won't connect to Black 2, so I'll have to then trade them over to a Platinum or something. And I felt like, if I can get them in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, not Soul Silver, if I can get them in Virtual Console Crystal, I'll do it that way. I had another video on this in the past, but this is all my Pokemon Emerald forms. And I did finally get Milotic. Oh, I need to check that around. What I did was I got the male and female Feebas in Emerald and then trained them up and evolved it in Sword and Shield with the Prism Scale. Working on my forms of Deoxys. I have the attack form, the speed form. I need to play through Oraz one more time to get Deoxys for here. Actually, one of these, I think, yeah, this one's from the DNS exploit of Pokemon Black and White 2. You get one. And so I was like, well, I might as well save it, because in Birdkeeper Toby's challenge, you can get it from anywhere. So I was like, well, save me a little bit of time. In the future, I may switch it out. All these forms, I didn't feel like doing them in Pokemon Platinum, which was my main version, because a lot of the evolution forms I would have had to get, you know, like a lot of different protectors, a couple of different forms. So I was like, you know what, I might as well get it in BDSP. Even got a Shaman here, but this is my Shaman from Legends Arceus. So I need to get a regular Shaman, which I gotta do another playthrough of Legends Arceus anyhow. So I might as well keep that regular form Shaman for my master decks. And I got my other forms. I had to play through Pokemon Black and White again, so I can have the Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. All that's not going to be from Dream Radar, because you need those forms for another. So I got I forget what they're called, but the non-genie forms. Then I had another Keldeo for I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot of these forms' names. But here's the next part where I'm super proud of, because for a lot of these, if you look, these Pavilions are in my trainer ID, most of them. What I did was I had a spare 2DS lying around, and I would set the region of the game, play a new playthrough, getting these forms. I would get a bunch of extra duplicates, so I filled my whole party up, traded them up to my regular X and Y copy, and then battled that way, involved them that way. I need to figure out which one I'm missing here, because I know this one's that Pokeball form, and I think you can get that in Scarlet and Violet. I think that's the form you get. But I need to figure out what form, because I'm pretty sure I had all the forms. Maybe one's just missing in my decks. But I got all the Flabebe, Floettes, and Florgeist. All the Pumpkaboos, the large forms. Like the small, medium, large, extra large. Avalugg, the 10% Zygarde. I think I need to get another Zygarde form here. I think it's the 100%. I'm working my Furfrou. You can only get them in Pokemon Go. You can get them in the base games, but then by the time you transfer them up, they don't keep their coats. These are all the ones I can get, and I'm in the eastern United States, so these are all the ones I can get. I have a bunch of extra ones in my Pokemon Go that I'm going to use to trade over and then transfer those in. But I know just have to do it. A lot of these Pokemon Go Pokemon I've been holding off on purpose. Is just not going out and doing a lot of that stuff. My Minior, I got my Magearna, the original form. A lot of these different gaps here are just going to be like different Gigantamax forms. And we'll see here. Is that just a spare Feebas? Oh, I don't know what section that's from, but that shouldn't be here. But this should be all of my Alcremie forms, which will be there eventually. Now here's the extra Legend Arceus forms, like the Blood Moon Ursaluna, which I'm pretty sure I got in a Moon Ball, which is pretty cool. And then I have the different Basculegions, male and female. Gotta finish up some of these forms. I got them actually, since the release of the newest DLC, I have to make another box in between because we got the new Sinistea forms. Gotta do that. Now here's on to like, in Burkeeper Toby's Master Dex Challenge, there's like these different bronze, silver, gold, and platinum stars, and ghost stars. So, you know, I've been slowly working on those. So like I got my Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu. These are all the ones you get in the story of Pokemon Yellow. So this is the one you get in Vermilion. I forget some of the other ones, but that's the one you get to be in the game. It's all Virtual Console. I got a Virtual Console, Alolan Raichu, Executor, Marowak, Virtual Console, Galarian Weezing. Then, you know, got all these. So like, you can definitely get this in Crystal, but if you look at the summary, this first met in Kanto, even though these aren't Kanto Pokemon, the pre-evolutions are. So some pretty cool, unique Pokemon there. This Porygon, I gotta get another upgrade to make it a Porygon 2. I'm finishing up another playthrough of Pokemon Yellow, so I can get a Lickitung for Licky Licky. I just have to get to Cerulean Cave first. So then, like, here's a Kleavor that was first met in Kanto. Those are just some pretty cool, unique ones. Marowak, and not Marowak, Annihilate that was found in Kanto, quote unquote. This is my Virtual Console Shiny Gyarados, the one you get in the Lake of Rage. Yeah, I wish these would show you. I know it says met in Johto. I wish it would still tell you which route, because there's some specific route exclusive Pokemon you need to get, but the only thing that's only way you can tell is if you know yourself. For example, like the Snorunt, it just says met in Hoenn, but this is my Snorunt that I found in Shoal Cave, which you need to have a working battery in either one of the Gen 3 games, or like I found out, you can just use your Epilogue operator. So my Pokemon Emerald's battery's dead. I need to replace it, but if you use the Epilogue operator, and I'll throw the link in the description for that. It's a really cool, really cheap way you can play your games on your computer. Legit. Save, make backups, blah blah blah. I'm not sponsored, but it makes your battery work. So I was able to get that Snorunt. You know, Roserade from Gen 3, Gallade from Gen 3, etc, etc. Mr. Rime from Gen 4, Mr. Mime from Gen 4. These ones are kind of cool. If you look, they're in a Sport Ball. So you have Scyther and Sport Ball from the bug catching contest. Same thing with the Pinsir from the bug catching contest. These are the Regirock and Registeel you get from Pokemon Black 2. It'll show you it's from not Kalos, Unova. I have to do another playthrough of White to get the Regice. This is a Samurott. Excuse me, this is a Samurott from Gen 5. So we had to get an Oshawott traded up to Legends Arceus. These are all of N's Pokemon that you can get at the end of, well, minus this. Again, just the way the spreadsheet makes it up, it goes in like Pokédex order, more or less. But these are all of N's Pokemon that you get at the end of, not that you get, but you have the ability to catch in the wild at the end of Black 2 or White 2. Bravery, King Gambit, all from Gen 5. You got the different Sliggoo and Goodra forms. They're all from Gen 6. Same thing of Avalugg. These are the Latias and Latios that you get from Oras. This is a Decidueye. Same thing. It is a Rowlet that I got from Alola. Traded it up into Legends Arceus. The meetup spot, Pikachu and Eevee, that you get in Sword and Shield if there's Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu save data. This is the Spirit Team you get in the DLC, the Frozen Tundra. You know, these are the ones, like I said. Caught an Applin and Galar, traded it up, evolved them. This is the Mew that you get from Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. These are the Rotom forms that you get in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. The Alolan Vulpix that you get in Legends Arceus. There's going to be a few more in here. The reason I have to do another playthrough of Legends Arceus is because I'm missing the Vespiquen story alpha, the alpha story Vespiquen that you get here. Don't know where it is. I have a few, but I can't really have the dates match up, because if you look at the dates, 3/1/2022, that was around the time that, well, maybe that one. I'm playing through the story again, so I can replace it. But like, these ones are the ones you find in the story, all caught on the same day, around the time that the game came out. So then these are all the X-Titans. Doesn't tell you here, but in the if I put them back into Scarlet and Violet, you would see. Actually, the Great Tusk, and this is the Mew that you get from the Pokeball Plus. So I never used it, just took it out of the Pokeball, which is nice. Now some Silver Stars, which are these are kind of just slightly harder. Like this is the Sudowoodo that you get from the Battle Frontier in Pokemon Emerald. These are the exclamation point and question mark forms that you get in the Sevi Islands of Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is a Raikou that you can get in Fire Red Leaf Green. The thing that I do find annoying is you see the trainer ID William, so that is my trainer ID of Pokemon Platinum, but that's not the trainer ID in which I caught it in, which was a little frustrating. You know, this is a Cranidos that you get from, I got from Pokemon Platinum. So, you know, Diamond and Pearl, they each have their specific ones you get in Pokemon Platinum at the start of the game. There's a 50% chance you'll get a Cranidos fossils, and then a 50% chance you'll find a Shelgon fossils. So you can't find one or the other. So I need to eventually play another one so I can find Sheldon. Zapdos, this is from Kalos, the one that the roaming one that you'll find eventually. Well, it's roaming, and then eventually it will go into its cave. So I have to play Kalos. I have another playthrough that I'm doing right now that I'm almost to the Elite Four. I was just using it to get, I think, one of the box legendaries. That's fine because I need to get the Zygarde again, because I need to get a Zygarde from Kalos, take it into Alola, and make it a 10% form. These are all totems. There used to be totem Pokemon. There are a few more I need to get for the totems. These are all, you know, the regional exclusive in Pokemon Go. So like this one was, I'm actually not sure. I think that one was Japan, Australia, that's America. And at one point they made them all so there was like events where Farfetch would spawn in the United States. Same thing with Kangaskhan And I never got a Mr. Mime because that one was Europe. I had a friend who had one, but he wouldn't trade it. That's what I said. I wasn't going to trade it back. So he's like, I can't trade it. He didn't have more than one. But I had, you know, more than one up here. I think this one was actually... I can't tell here. In Pokemon Go, I'm pretty sure this one was the 100%, my 100% one. And I got my Victini, Meloetta, Meltan, and this is the Pokemon Home. You can see with the trainer ID Melmetal. So it's Gigantamaxable. And then here's just some more harder to get than the last batch, which is quote unquote debatable. Like this is a Chansey from Pokemon Yellow Safari Zone. This is all the unknown you can get in Pokemon Crystal. This is one I got just this morning. You can see 624. This is a Feebas from Route 119 in Pokemon Emerald. I just had to unfortunately, when I was doing my original playthrough, I never recorded which fish spot it was, so I had to go back through. I had a general idea, so it took me a while. This is the legendary Haxorus that you get from completing, not completing, but for getting the nature preserve in Unova. I think this is the Zekrom. I need to get a Reshiram, but this is the one that you catch in the Dragonspire Tower. Here's all the unknowns from Legends Arceus. This is the Dialga that I caught in the Cherish Ball in Legends Arceus. This is one of my Tornadus that's from the Dream Radar. You can tell with the Dream Ball. This is my... this is my Oras Demo Glalie. Nice. And then this here is my Ash Battle Bond Greninja from the... This is my original one because I was smart enough to keep it when I was moving everything over from bank. But this is my, Battle Bond Ash Greninja from the Sun and Moon demo. Now onto the Platinum, which is not a lot of Pokemon. A lot of it's gonna be hard. A lot of it requires like Battle Revolution, Coliseum, e-card trades, like stuff that I'm gonna have to buy. So we'll see how that's gonna go. This is one that I actually got pretty recently. Is my Odd Egg Shiny Igglybuff, which is very cool. This is my Salamence. You can see it's from Alola level 9. It is that 1% encounter that you can get in Route 3. Well, it's not the 1% encounter. The Bagon is the 1% encounter, and then you have to have it SOS call for help, and this is a 1% chance. So I was wondering if I was going to get a shiny Bagon or, shiny anything else, which I did. Just to find the 1% shiny Bagon, or the 1% Bagon, I found a shiny Mankey. That was fun. Didn't take too long, a couple hours last night over dinner. And then here is exact duplicate Spinda. The way I did this was, so you can't trade Spinda in from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, which is the only other game that you can get it in. So I had to catch one in Emerald, go to the Battle Frontier, and just duplicate it through the box. Because, there's no way you're going to be able to naturally catch Spinda. And that's all that I have so far. Everything else I was working on in the spreadsheet, the master decks, there is called Ghost Stars. Let's see if I can get to it. We're just like finding the shiny versions of everything. Well, I've been slowly working on it, trying to make sure all of them are not from Pokemon Go. I'm been slowly working on it. I have more than this. I just haven't organized everything. Let's see, I actually have... Let's filter... Shiny. I thought I had more shinies, but 261 shinies. A lot of these are from Legends Arceus. I really got into shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. So you can see I had these are all of my... At one point, Pokemon Home gave us the hidden abilities of the 3 starters. So like the sniper, shit, I forgot his name, but you know what I mean. So start going through and getting all the shinies of these. This is a Lombre that I got from the Ultra Beast portals in the wormholes. There are all these Scraggies, Pancham, Gulpin, Doduo. I'm still on the hunt, but I'm looking for a shiny Furfrou in X and Y. All these, I think 3 of these Scraggies are from, I didn't know you can do a repel trick to keep hordes out. So I was getting horde shinies. Same with these Gulpins. I may be missing a Gulpin because I may have reset a game on accident. These Patrat and Krokorok are from my black and white. There's definitely some shinies in here that I need to check its legitimacy. Like these ones are from the DNS exploit, so I'm not going to use them in my living decks. I'll kind of just have them because they are technically legit event. Even though I got them from a DNS exploit, I would still consider it legit. But there's stuff like, see, I may have actually got rid of a lot of them. But like this one here, this Dialga. Oh. See if I can find it here. But that Dialga is from my Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. There it is. I got it from my Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. It was really cool because I think I got it in like 400 resets. So I knew at that point I was going to be in a drought. This right here is from my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Sun. And I got it. It was a random. I encountered it for the first time. Not really paying attention because I felt like I would have known it was shiny. But I don't remember hearing the shiny sparkles, but it just happened. And so I caught it. Because I think it was from the story one. So I caught it. And I'm glad I held on to it because now the only way is either do ultra wormhole resets or go through the gigantic Dynamax layers, which is a pain in the butt. This Wingull I got when I was doing, before I decided to do this challenge, at the beginning of COVID, I discovered this YouTuber called John Stone. I'm sure many of y'all know who that is, doing like Professor Oak challenges. So I did my first Professor Oak challenge in Pokemon Emerald, all the way to completion before I started this challenge, which is where all my Hoenn Pokemon are from. And this is the one and only shiny I found in the whole challenge. Not knowing that Emerald had such a, it's RNG. You have to hit the perfect shiny frame. Not knowing, so I'm even lucky I found one random shiny. Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna probably end it. Let's see. Well, maybe. So that's all my shinies. What's this box right here? Oh, I'm slowly starting on. I want to get a Pokemon Go living dex, so I'm gonna start transferring over stuff because my Pokemon Go is full to the brim. But I don't want to delete anything. Maybe that's the one. But here's all the extra. I was saying that I had caught a full box or full party of Vivillon, and then so I was doing it. So before the Nintendo DS server shut down, so you can trade. So now you can't trade online anymore. I caught a bunch of extra because I was like, well, said if I want to trade for all these other forms that my DS can't trade to, I might as well have these other forms. So it's like I have something to offer people. So now I just have all these extra ones. So now I can like give out to people because these are all from X and Y. These aren't going to be from Pokemon Go. These aren't going to be from Scarlet and Violet, where you can get them from. So that, I just thought it was a really unique, have this extra collection. Let's see what else. Here's all just some other shinies from Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. That's a Manaphy from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Extra Gigantamax. This is what I was storing on my extra Gigantamax and Sword and Shield back when they were having like raid events. I'll catch them. I was like, I'll hold on to them. You never know when you're gonna need them. Yeah, so here's my purple, or the Scarf Zarude that you get from the when the movie came out. You had to be up on the, you had to sign up for the email chain. Here's some extra shinies. This is kind of where some of those are. These are all from my Pokemon box. I accidentally traded the whole box over, not knowingly, which is fine. But like, here's all the Dittos from Sun and Moon. The ones are Ultra Sun. You know how they have that Ditto quest, or the Ditto imposters? Well, these are all at different natures. Like this was like this is an adamant like 4 perfect IV Ditto for trading. It's like, here's some shinies that I can't necessarily know the legitimate, not shinies, Pokemon I can't tell the legitimacy of. These ones are fine because, you know, they're my trainer ID. But like this one, I don't remember this one. Trainer ID of Hope. It may be legit, I can't tell. X and YZ, XYZ. This one I know is legitimate, but it's from Alola, so I really can't use it. These are all from Alola. That's from Legends Arceus. I don't know. These are all from Let's Go. Go past these. Here's some of the extra Ashcat Pikachus. Surprised the spreadsheet or the decks didn't want me to have all of them. I know there's no way you can get them now, but like, there's some Pokemon that the challenge wants you to have that you would have to be playing from the beginning. So I'm just surprised. But yeah, well, that's where, back to the beginning. That's where I think I'm going to end it. And I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I'm going to continue this challenge. I will probably, you know, I have a lot of free time now moving forward due to unfortunate circumstances. But I may start streaming again. I may start streaming here on YouTube so I can have all my events and games and playthroughs or whatever on YouTube, so you don't have to jump back from Twitch and whatnot. Plus I have more subscribers here on YouTube anyhow. And yeah, thank you guys.